2022 is coming up, 2024. We know former President Trump is considering a run. We know your name is atop that list as well. Where does that all sit in your mind right now?
It just sits when people always bring up my name. I mean, we've got a lot going on. And, the thing about this opportunity in 22, obviously, I've got to win my race. But, we're invested in congressional races, state legislature, and school board races.
So I'm going to try one more time. If he runs in 22, if he declares,
these are futile opportunities.
By the way, you should see the movie Top Gun. It's amazing. I'm genuinely curious. So if he runs, do you run? How do you make that decision?
Nice try, man. We're here talking, having fun here, so it's all good.
Nice try. You asked me a direct question, and I totally know the answer, but nice try. We're here to have fun. I mean, that is, after all, what political media is supposed to be. Yeah. Bringing on a governor who definitely wants to be president and just having fun talking about Top Gun and stuff like that. Not answering the direct question, which, by the way, this is not just, you might be thinking, well, what does it really matter? He'll run if he's gonna run. It'll be in 6 months. No, we need to understand, if he has already made the decision to run, that means that we need to interpret his actions differently, his statements differently. If he's doing whole news cycles like demonizing the LGBTQ community, and he definitely wants to run, then it kind of seems like he thinks that's his way to raise his profile nationally as a Republican, which is, of course, disgusting. These are important questions that need to be answered, Viviana, and he's not gonna do it. By the way, that was the only follow-up question I've seen from Fox News right there. And that one was
really
a jokey one.
They tried.
Yeah, they wanted to know.
Yeah, and if Daddy lets him run, then he might run. But we don't know yet what Daddy said. So when they go kiss his ring, we'll see what happens. And people are waiting for Trump's fall from grace. And the guy has fallen a lot, but somehow keeps getting up. It's kind of scary, but we'll see what happens as we get closer to it. I think we all know that DeSantis is dying to get into that seat. Yeah. It's going to be a scary day, just as scary as if Trump's in office again, maybe even a little more scary, because I feel like DeSantis is a little bit more experienced as a career politician and knows how to kind of move the levers a little bit better. So yeah, scary times.
In terms of the stakes, I think the worst case scenario, the worst it could possibly get, I think would be worse under Trump. But I think it's less likely to get to that worst possible place than it is under DeSantis to get to a really, really, really bad place. Yeah. That's a little bit worse than what Trump, being Trump and not being very effective and bringing in lackeys that can't get the job done, like the first term was likely to do. So there's multiple terrible cases, and I think DeSantis would be a pretty bad one. By the way, I just want to get to just a little bit more video of Pete Hegseth. So he's the co-host on Fox and Friends there. Take a look at his attempt to reinterpret a classic Trump quote.
Partially because people really do appreciate, if you're willing to stand up and fight for them, man, they'll walk over broken glass to support you.
For sure. I mean, that's the same mentality that when Donald Trump said I could shoot someone on 6th Avenue, because he went out and fought for them.
That's not what that meant. That's not what that meant. His idea is that he could kill someone because he just fights so hard. No, he was admitting openly that these people cannot tell when they're being conned. They have no ability to decipher reality, and he can do anything he wants, and they'll still follow him. Is the exact opposite of what Pete Hegseth,
it proves
millionaire political commentator, said.
It proves Trump's point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's one of those people.
So stupid that just.
Anyway,
it's so true.
Final point that I want to make on the DeSantis part of this is, look, it's not just DeSantis that does this, clearly. Lots of politicians don't want to admit that they have higher ambitions. And I get it in some ways. They think that they'll get a better news cycle if they wait or something. But I will say, this is a party that loves to pretend that their guys are alphas and they don't back down for nothing. Admit the truth. Literally admit the truth. You're hiding your ambitions. Yeah. That is the least alpha thing to do. And maybe it's just that he's worried about Trump. Maybe it's what you said. He's watching these hearings and he's desperately hoping that something happens that takes Trump down so that he can run without Trump being there. He might run with him there, but he's definitely scared of him. Let's be clear about that.
I don't think he's gonna run if if Trump runs, because Trump still has a big fan base of people that are literally just fans from, his shows on TV and The Apprentice or whatever. They just carried over. And you're right. If you're really such a tough guy, then what's wrong with the truth, man? Come out with it. Say what you want. If you're really this politician who cares, you want people to walk over broken glass for you, but you won't say whether or not you're going to run. Come on, this is just for fun. Yeah. Okay, well, you just answered our question then.
They kind of did. And you could see on his face the fact that he can't help himself from smiling. No, he wants to run.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.